Hey everybody, Fun Stampers Journey Coach Janice Whiting here. I am coach number 49, and in this video I want to showcase the cutest stamp set that you will find in our catalog. Okay, maybe one of the cutest stamp sets you will find in our catalog. Now, if you've watched my videos, you know that I've combed through our new catalog, the one that came out in July. I mean forwards and backwards. I've come through this thing, and I just happened to be looking at it again. Mind you, it's over 300 pages, okay? And I came upon the cutest set, and I was like, I have to have you. Oh my goodness. And so I thought, you know what? This set is so cute. I want to create some super clean and simple cards that'll take you less than 5 minutes to make and will be adorable, and your friends and family or whoever receives it will love it, okay? Now, if you're not a cat lover, you're still going to think this is cute, okay? This set is called Find Joy, and I don't know if you've seen it in our catalog, but if you haven't, it's there. Again, over 300 pages. It's easy to miss some of these things. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! Look at the cute kitties! And there's a birdie, and look at this little kitty. And then the yarn. Oh, look at this cute kitty! And then this one. And then this one, the little mousy, and then oh look, hi! Aren't they so precious? Sentiments are think happy thoughts. Of course I have to look, I can't read backwards. You make my day, find joy every day, best friend ever, and meow. I loved it. I saw it in the book and I fell in love. I think the little images are just so sweet. And I'm not like an ooey gooey cat person either. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I thought, let's make some easy cards. So you ready to see what I made? Now, keep in mind, I wanted clean and simple. So no frills, absolutely no layers, no embellishments, no nada, except for stamp, color, and I did throw in a little die cutting. But really, pretty easy, okay? So let me start off with the first one. Now I'm going to show you the four, so basically I made 4 cards. I could have made 6 cards really, because there's 6 main cat images. Yeah, 6, I had to recount. But I stuck with 4. Ouch, that was my earring. Anyway, first one. Look at this one. Think happy thoughts with a little birdie. Look at this. Plain. 1 card. 1 layer. No layers. Flat. Simple and easy. Adorable. No extra postage for all those heavy embellishments. I mean, if you know me, I'm a sucker for those kind of thick layered cards. But this is a great, great option if you want to do a quick card on the go that people will love, because the image is just stunning. They kind of remind me of kind of like your Hallmark greeting card. So think happy thoughts. You make my day. Cute kitty. Find joy every day. And best friend ever. And this is the one that I'm going to demo, all right? So, super, super simple, cutie patootie, takes you minutes to make. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna show you what I did, and then I'll give you a little bit more info on what I've used, all right? Okay, now to begin, I'm going to take my piece of cardstock that I've already cut. Basically, I cut it in half lengthwise from an 8.5 by 11. So dimensions here would be 4 1/4 by 11. And I'm going to score it down the middle to create my tent fold card base. Of course, you know that's my favorite. So again, if you've seen my videos, you know that our awesome paper trimmer is really easy to switch out blades. This is my cutting blade. I'm going to switch it out to my embossing blade. Just clips on, you're in. And I am going to score it down the middle at 5 1/2, because that is half of 11, right? Now that it creates that score line, I don't know if you can see that score line. Oh, kind of, sort of, there it is, okay? And we're gonna fold down into the score. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And I am going to score that, or excuse me, not score it, just kind of put even pressure along the crease, and then you've got your beautiful base. Okay, now, like I said, this is a super simple, easy card to make. All you need, stamp set. You need, for this particular card, this die set, which is Journey Ovals. And then you need a coloring medium of your choice. Of course, my favorite as of late is one of our coloring systems, which is our Color Splash, so our watercolor pencils. And that is it, folks. A stamp set, a die set, and your coloring medium of choice. All right, that is not my norm. You guys know usually my cards are require a lot of different things because I love our products so much. Okay, so let's go ahead and start stamping. And I guess I probably lied to you. We actually need some black ink. So you need that as well. Obviously, we have to be able to stamp our image with something. So we're going to do that first. But let's see here. I'm going to grab our little cute little BFF stamp. I'm going to put it on my block E. I probably could have used a smaller block, but it's the one I have, so the one I have out anyway. Oops. There we go. On the non-gridded side of the stamp block, I'm going to get my ink pad. Okay, black ink pad. We're going to ink this up. It looks like it's good. And we're going to stamp this towards center, top center. We've got to leave space for the greeting there. So we'll just call that good. Beautiful. And let's see, which sentiment did I use? I think I used Best Friend Ever for this one. And here we go. For this little guy, I am going to use my block B. You can see that letter B right there. And let's see here. Best Friend Ever. Voila. Ink this little guy up. And then stamp it right underneath that. Voila. Okay? So the only thing that you have to kind of keep in mind here is orientation. So I say orientation, location of your stamping. So the cat's kind of towards the top and then the sentiment right below. Okay, so we've got that. You know me, I like to clean up my stamps right away. I have something against dirty stamps. I just have to clean them. It bothers me. I know some of you guys just like leave them. I don't know how you do that. I can't. Okay, put those little guys back. And now for the fun part. And the crazy thing is we're almost done. Weird. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. See if I can do this without shaking my camera too much. And I do apologize for the shadows. Okay. Oop. There we go. Okay. Now we are using, again, these are our blending brushes. Medium, small, and large. I'm going to use the medium and the small for this one because our cats are not that large. I'm also grabbing an acrylic acetate sheet to put some of the color on top of, and then I'm using 41, 38, and 14 for the different colors of my kitties. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my medium-sized brush. I'm going to make sure that it's got some water on it, and I'm going to start pulling some of this 41 out onto my acetate sheet. So if you remember from my other video, you just kind of pull it out with water. You can see it's kind of creating a little pool of color there. And I'm going to get a little bit more water. There we go. And I want this color to be a little bit more of a yellowish, orangish, brownish color. So I'm going to pull in some of this yellow. Okay. Okay, so I've created kind of, is it a tabby cat? I really don't know much about cats, y'all. Tell me in the comments below. Or I thought tabbies are that kind of orangey, striped kind of color. Tell me if I'm wrong. That's just what I'm remembering. Okay, I'll put that over there. And now I'm going to start coloring this cute, adorable kitty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start hitting his little head. And there's no particular way. I just, especially because I'm coloring a cat, I like there to be a little bit of texture. So circles are good to create kind of like just the illusion of some texture. Maybe his fur is ruffled, not perfectly smooth. You know, they have different, animals have different tones to their fur. And so I'm just kind of going for it in that regard, not worrying too much. Okay, so there's kitty number 1. And this sounds, when I looked at this image, it was a little confusing at first because I'm like, okay, this cat has this tail, so I'm assuming this tail here sticking out is this cat's. Wasn't perfectly clear, but I think I'm safe to make that assumption. So color him in. Now I'm going to come in with that same 41, but darker and no yellow added to color in his little triangular little stripes there. So come back over here, grab some of that color. I want it to be pretty dark because I want it to be a different color than the yellowish orange that I started with. Oops. And then I'm going to come in. Again, this is with my, I did it wrong. I want my small because it's tiny. I don't want that big old area, so I'm going to grab some of that color again. On the small brush, because your small has a nice fine point that will make it easier to get into those smaller, hard to get areas. And if you're wanting to make a deeper, darker tone, don't add too much water, just enough to activate the color. And that's really it. Okay, I'm gonna do his nose as well. And then, you know what I see? I see that I've got a little bit of some running over here. So I'm just gonna tap that out. There you go. But in my other one, I gave him some stripes on his head. It's kind of faint, but I really liked it. Do you see there? I know some kitties have that stripe there, so I'm going to come back and add that. I'm going to dilute my brush just a little bit, my color a little bit. And I'm going to come and I'm going to add that on his little forehead. So a really long stripe here. Grab some more of that color. And then a shorter one here. Okay. All right, there's his little stripes. I'm trying to remember. I think I came back at one point and I created some kind of darker tones coming down to give him some stripes, stripy kind of areas. Okay, I think we're gonna call that kitty cute done. Okay, now the next kitty I colored with this other pencil here, my number 39. So he is kind of a little bit, not quite so orangey, a little bit more brown. And I was thinking as I was coloring, I was like, I don't know if I see brown kittens very often. You know, you see black and white, and you see grays, and you see orange kitties, but I don't know if I've seen brown kitties. I guess there are browns. Again, I don't know. I'm not like a cat expert, y'all can tell me. But I didn't care. I wanted to color him brown. So I'm going to come back to my medium, get a little bit of water going, and start activating that color. So here's my brown. You can see he is a very different tone from my other kitty. And I don't want it too dark right away, so I'm going to add more water. Remember to lighten it with watercolors, just add more water. That will kind of give you a lighter tone. And I'm going to go ahead and start with him. There we go. And with him, like I said, I didn't add any other colors. I just kind of kept it kind of basic. Color the tail that I know is his. And his body. Now here was another point of, I don't know about confusion, but just I had a decision to make here. Was this right here. I assumed that this was his other little leg because there's a line there. So, and this cat has his 2 legs here, so I'm assuming this has to be the cat behind there. So I went ahead and colored that too. Now to add just a little bit of shadow, I kind of went over and with some of the less diluted color, I just went back here. So behind, or I say behind, underneath this area where the first kitty would be, creating a little bit of a shadow on him, and then behind him up here and along. So basically wherever the 2 kind of meet. And then I wanted to give him some dimension on the ears, and then forehead. And I kind of left his face kind of light because I thought it would be cute that way. Tail. Okay, and pretty much those cats are done. Those kitties are so cute. After that is just adding the blue background. And for that I used watercolor, Water Splash number 23, which I believe is our Cool Pool color. Because, or excuse me, not Cool Pool. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I am kidding. I'm looking at my guide right now. Cool Pool is 22 and Pool Play is 25. So this is in between Cool Pool and Pool Play. But I love it. It gives you this kind of sky, aqua-y kind of color, which I like. So same technique here, except for this time I'm using my large brush because it's going to be a large space. I'm going to come back and I'm going to put some of that beautiful blue here on an open space or a clean space on my acetate sheet. You can use our Journey Clearview sheets for this. You can use the backing that your stamps come in. That's what I use. Any plastic deal will work. Something that's non-porous will work. Okay, so I've got a nice little puddle here. So I'm going to take that puddle and I'm going to go ahead and start going around my kitties in a circular motion because I'm trying to create a kind of generic background. So I just want to come around. I'm turning my cardstock because it's easier for me to color on the right side as opposed to coming in on the left. I don't know why. So I'm kind of just going along the shape of the kitty, which is kind of an oval shape. I don't know what that speck is, but we're just going to ignore it. We're just going to zoom, you can't see it. Okay, and then towards the bottom, and I am okay if the blue gets into the sentiment. I'm perfectly okay with that. And then, of course, they're in the center between the leggies. Okay. Y'all, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you wanted a bigger background, you can always come and add more. Voila. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so now we have a stamp with kitty, best friend. The very last thing to do is to create the last little embellished section. Again, perfectly flat card, but I love this piercing element that we have in our dies. So the set that I used is our Journey Oval set, and I've shown you guys these before, or at least the piercing element before. These sets are fantastic. They come with 10 dies, and some of them, I'll be specific, 5 of them are cutting dies where they will cut out the shape, and there's a little ridge right here. And then the other 5 are just piercing element dies, where they will pierce just little dots all the way around, like I showed you in the cards that I made, like this right here. So it didn't cut anything out other than those holes. See, if you go on the back, it just pierced out those sections there. So easy to do. What you're going to do is you're going to take it, you are going to place it piercing side, rough side down, kind of align it like that. I always put a little bit of washi tape, some low tack tape, to kind of keep it steady, like that. And then run it through your die machine, making sure that you open it up, okay? You don't want to have to pierce the front and the back. So you're just going to run it through your die machine like that. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come right back to you. All right, so I've run this through. I'm going to peel this off. Pop that die off, and there you go. Voila! Cutie patootie! Isn't that fun? Look, no layers, no layers, no layers. No layers. I stamped him in the middle because I thought it'd be cute in there too. And then of course you can write your little sentiment. You can color him too, or leave it as is. So isn't that adorable? I love them. Super simple. Aren't those fun? I just fell in love with the kitties. I did. What can I say? I fell in love with them. They're so adorable. I think this one's my favorite, a little relaxing kitty, but they're all so cute. So again, I'll show them to you. Here's the one we just made. Super easy, super quick. You can color the kitties whatever color you want with whatever medium you want. I just thought the watercolor would be fun, especially because of the fun watercolor background, that fun light blue. So the ones I made today, or this one I made copying my first one. And then these other ones, which I think this is my fave. That's what I want to do, right? Just lay down, relax. Think happy thoughts in the adorable bird. And then the middle little kitty with the yarn says find joy every day. And then this one just reminds me of my kids. Like, hold me, happy. You make my day. Wouldn't that be so fun? I mean, to receive a card in the mail, just super sweet, simple, easy to do. Send some encouragement to a friend, a loved one, someone you haven't talked to in a long time. Again, flat card, easy to mail, no extra postage required. And really, essentially, we used a stamp set, a die set, stamp set, die set. Obviously, you know, ink, if you're inking, your ink pad, and then whatever coloring medium of your choice. I mean, that's pretty basic, So I hope you liked it. I hope you got some inspiration. Not all cards have to be many layered and full of embellishments. You can go simple and it look cute and it be effective for what it's supposed to be. So there you go. I hope you liked the little change of pace and variety in the cards I showed you today. Always stay tuned because I have more in store. Not only did the kitties kind of catch my eye, quite a few other stamp sets caught my eye. Not to mention, no, I can't show you, there's too many. Not to mention our new catalog that's out. Okay, mine are in the mail. I think they're coming tomorrow and I cannot wait for them so I can show it to you and look at all the fun goodies. I've already placed my order and I can't wait to show you everything in it. Okay, I think that's it. I will tell you how much everything is in the slide following this video, as well as pictures of my cards. And I guess that's all I got for you. Until next time, bye.